Guys, welcome to This Month in Venture with Gav and I. But first, an important announcement. Our favorite videographer, James Shadrack from Purpose Production, just got married. See you on the vlog. Now we're rolling?
All right, rolling.
Rolling.
We are rolling. Oh, welcome, Toby. Happy February.
Well, it is happy. It is happy here in Victoria because things are up.
Things are up. LaunchVic.
But funding is down.
All right, we're starting off strong. LaunchVic released a report saying that the Victorian startup ecosystem has grown to over $100 billion.
I would like to take some responsibility of that.
You are contributing.
Yeah, we have 6 venues here in Melbourne that contributes a lot and gives a lot to the startup, scale-up ecosystem.
Proud member, Ignition Lane.
OG.
So health tech and biotech are two segments that are really getting some traction here in 2023.
Yep.
Not only was LaunchVic the report over the past month, but Cut Through Venture also released their report and funding is down. You know, how many unicorns were there last year in 2023 announced?
I think there were.
There were no new unicorns.
Oh, what do you know?
Funding was down by over 50% to $3.5 billion. So $3.5 billion is a lot of money, but it's through the COVID period, we obviously saw that massive growth. Money was everywhere, but last year, you certainly felt it when we were doing these vlogs. You know, there was less of the day-to-day, 10 funding announcements every week.
More than that, you're seeing it with businesses that are really chopping and changing the size of their workforce. A lot of people are sort of downsizing to mission criticals, and now with the world with technology, you're able to acquire talent from anywhere on the planet versus someone in your local neighborhood.
Yeah, they're certainly focusing more on less on growth at all costs and more on fundamentals of growing a business.
Unit economics.
Unit economics.
Yeah.
So one word for 2024, I would say we're going to continue from 2023 is a roller coaster. The startup ecosystem, both for startup founders, but also for VC funds. It's a bit of a roller coaster.
I don't like roller coasters.
Do
you like roller coasters?
I don't like roller coasters.
I like punching it in the Tesla.
You like that wave park. What's that wave park?
Oh, that's my daughter. Yeah, but I don't like roller coasters.
Yeah.
So I think I might hibernate for the rest of the year.
So just in the past 2 weeks, there's been over $200 million of funding announced for 3 startups alone. It was Bugcrowd, Amber Electric, and Coast-based Gilmour Space, the SpaceX of Australia, people are saying.
Not Happy Gilmore.
No, not Happy Gilmour.
SpaceX Gilmour.
And there was financing for funds as well. So Bupa have come out to be the latest CVC, so corporate venture fund, announced, and also the Queensland government have given $130 million to a group of VC funds, kind of like a funds of funds model, like Antler, Main Sequence.
So Antler are based headquartered out here.
Yep, 5V Capital
We
as well.
gave shout out to 5V and they were really amazing and grateful. They got tagged in our post last month.
They did. And then there are a couple of, outside of the VC funds, there's a couple of them being funded, but it's pretty hard to get capital from limited partners, investors now, because there's not a lot of money flowing around. Last month we spoke about some secondary funds, also some secondary rounds which should bring some liquidity, but there are some acquisitions taking place as well over the past month. Rocked acquired, Aftercell, Autodesk acquired PayApps, and also Fat Zebra acquired Additree. So what's interesting there is that many of them are being announced as undisclosed sums. So it's not a ginormous exit like an Afterpay style exit, but there is some consolidation taking place in the funding market, which is not surprising because if there's not a lot of VC funds deploying capital, then some may be running out of runway or have to look at other avenues.
I actually think Fat Zebra is not disclosing, so they're not called Fatter Zebra.
Glad we've got Toby back for 2024. So that's on the acquisition front, but it's not all up and to the right. So Afterpay, there's been some movements with Afterpay. So if you recall, back in the crazy time of 2021, Afterpay was, I think it was the largest exit of an Australian business. They sold to Square, which is now Block. So lots of name changes, but they sold for $39 billion. And there was a couple of rounds of layoffs at Block recently, and the news about Afterpay.
I don't think it's called Afterpay anymore.
So they're going to be dropping the name.
No longer Afterpay. You
Product
have to pay.
Consolidation.
You have to pay. Not
that's
Afterpay.
right. That's right.
Another dad joke. Sorry, guys.
So there's a bit of a back to the future happening. You want to talk to this one?
Man, you know what? when I was young, my mum would say on Sunday nights, do you want to have a McDonald's? And I'd be like, what do you mean, do you want to have a McDonald's? She said, do you want burger? I was like, oh, I thought you were offering me a franchise. And then when Uber came out, my mum was like, I'll just call Uber. And I'm like, Mum, you don't call Uber. But well, I'm about to swallow my words here.
As of February 2024, you now can call Uber. Because they believe that not everyone's tech savvy. Some people are worried about the apps or don't know how to use apps. So they're bringing the whole phone number back.
Is that them losing confidence in their app?
Well, I'll tell you that, no, I don't think it's them losing confidence in their app. I think they're trying to just continue to do a land grab, continue to open the market up to avenues where people may not feel comfortable using an app. I don't know who would not feel comfortable using an app.
I know
you feel comfortable.
I tell you who's not comfortable holding enough stock in the business anymore.
Who's that?
Uncle Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. He sold $6.2 billion. That's Australian dollars.
I got told it was only 2.
And then he doubled down and sold another chunk.
Doubled down and doubled down.
Both within a week. 2 billion and then another 4 billion. So
good on him.
I like where Jeff's going to deploy that capital.
Oh, I know he's going to deploy it. I like Jeff. One of the things I like about Jeff is, he talks about, how much enterprise value was created at Amazon, and he only had a small share of Amazon, despite being.
So he had the philosophy of a smaller piece of a bigger pie.
Yeah, but actually he's like, hey, for all the billions that I'm making for myself, I only own a very small set of the business. Mm-hmm. I've made billions for tons of other people, and that spoke to me. I really like that. I don't know about him personally today and what he's doing, but I like the mentality, and he deserves it.
I think all these billionaires have their own space companies these days. Elon's got his, Bezos has his, Richard Branson's got his.
I have a space company. We sell office space. All right, guys.
There you go.
Thank you.
That's it.